Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're watching for the first time, you are so welcome. I hope you like my content, and please leave a like, comment and subscribe to my channel so that more and more people can view this video. And if you're a returning subscriber, Lady A loves you. I hope you enjoy today's content. I'm going to be talking about medical school in Nigeria. So if you're watching this as a parent, maybe your child has been telling you that they want to go to medical school, they want to become a doctor, this is the right video. I have taken my time to curate this video, and it is going to be so helpful to your child. And if you are just finishing secondary school, or you're in SS3, you've written your JAMB, your WAEC and your NECO, and you want to go to a medical school in Nigeria, this is the right video for you. I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about going to medical school. So the first thing you want to do is to get the courses, the subjects right. So in secondary school, you're going to be a science major, right? You have to pass English, mathematics, biology, chemistry and physics, and you can supplement with other subjects like agri, food and nutrition, computer science, or whatever subjects you like. But 5 core subjects are mathematics, English, biology, chemistry and physics. You must pass these subjects. You must have at least a credit in these subjects to qualify for admission into university to study medicine. The second thing is that you have to write JAMB. Different universities have different cutoff marks for medicine, but the higher your score, the higher your chances of getting in on merit lists. Remember that medicine is highly competitive. Sometimes it can be frustrating. Sometimes you may not even get in on first try. For instance, when I wrote JAMB in 2014, I did not get into medical school immediately. If you want to know more about my journey, please write that in the comment section so that I can do another video on this topic. On the issue of JAMB, you want to score very high. After that, you write your post-UTME, especially if you're going to a public school like a federal school or a state university. You want to get very high scores because students from all over the country are competing for those positions. So I always advise my mentees to try as much as possible to score at least 270, 280, 290 in JAMB, and during the post-UTME, score at least 300 and above. Every school has a quota. People from states like Imo and Enugu usually have higher cutoff marks than people from states like Niger or Kwara. So it's important for you to do your own research and know what the previous cutoff marks have been for the school you're aiming for, and prepare accordingly. Medicine is a very competitive course. You cannot just be lackadaisical. A lot of people are striving and working very hard to get into medical school, so you must be serious about your decision to become a doctor. So for some schools, you go in there and you study medicine for 6 years. This includes 1 year of doing a general science course with other students and a few specific biological courses. So you do your GS, you do your physics, chemistry, biology practicals inclusive, and other courses that your school wants you to take. Now, for some schools, medicine is for 6 years. There are schools that medicine is for 7 years, and there are schools that medicine can last as long as 10 years. It's always important to find out how long your medical education will last to avoid had I known. Some universities have lost accreditation. You don't want to go to a school that has lost its accreditation for medicine and surgery, because you're going to be so frustrated and you may eventually drop out. Go for schools that have their accreditation intact. All right, this will reduce the frustrations that you have in school, because trust me, medical school is very tough, and you don't want to also be laced with the problem of having to wait for several years for your school to become accredited. Some schools, especially private schools, also run intercalated programs. So this means that in addition to your medical degree, you would also graduate with a bachelor's in another science course. So do your research to find out the schools that have this sort of degrees. If it is something you want, make sure that you have the right information, because my school does not run an intercalated degree, but some schools run intercalated degrees. So do your research. If you want to get a bachelor's in maybe medical biochemistry, you would want to apply to such schools as your first choice, so that when you get in there, you graduate with 2 degrees. Another thing to note about getting into medical school is that sometimes you may not get it on first trial. Some schools allow what we call a change of degree program. So after your first year, you can transfer to medicine if you meet the requirements. So it's not easy to get into medical school, but with the right preparation, with the right information and hard work, you will do it. If you've been working hard, if you've been studying, if you've been doing the right things, believe that you can do it, and you certainly will. If you have been trying to get into medical school for so many years and you've been finding it difficult, please, I always advise people to ask questions. You may be doing something wrong. Some schools use specific texts for their post-UME. If you're reading the wrong materials, you will consistently score lower than you should. So make sure that you are reading a current and up-to-date material or textbook, to also associate with people who are like-minded, people who are on the same track as you. If your friends are distracting you, if your mobile phones are distracting you, or you are in an environment that does not encourage studying, I always tell people that you have to know what your priority is. If you know what your priority is, you know where to focus your attention. If you want to get into medical school, you have to start preparing, because when you're in medical school, you will learn the importance of habits, especially the habits of studying and self-motivation. If you cannot motivate yourself, or you cannot recognize your weaknesses as a medical student, you may find it difficult to cope in medical school. So during this stage of preparing, while you are still in secondary school, imbibe the habit of studying at least 4 to 6 hours every day. It must not be at a stretch. You can break your time into, say, 1 hour 30 minutes, or 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the night or in the afternoon, or if you can study at a stretch, that is also fine. And also learn how to interact with other people. So if you're studying a material and you want to discuss with other people, make sure you are choosing people who also have the zeal to study. Okay? And limit the time you spend on social media, limit the time you spend watching television, limit the time you spend playing games. Medical school is serious business. To get into medical school, start developing these habits now. You can also watch educational videos to help you learn better. Sometimes watching a video can make the information to stick. So if you realize that you understand better when you watch a video, try to do more of these and practice. Always practice answering questions. Set a time aside to read, to study, and to practice your questions. The more you practice these questions, the more you familiarize yourself with the exam setting. You develop the culture and the habits of studying under exam conditions. This will also help you to pass and get into medical school. Most medical schools do not allow holidays. They don't give holidays after the first year. So the longest break you will have is most likely the period after first year, the long vacation after first year. After that, most of your breaks are going to be very, very short, about 1 week or 2 weeks max. Medical education is continuous. Prepare your mind, prepare yourself to study, to get accustomed to less traveling, and also to relax and to find happiness in the little things. Because trust me, with the stress of medical school, you want to be able to enjoy yourself from time to time. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. I hope you have found value in this video. I hope you now know the right things to do. If you have any questions to ask, please leave a comment and I would attend to your questions. This is a reminder of the free 15-minute consultation that I offer to all new subscribers. If this is your first time watching my video and you have subscribed to this channel, send me an email to book your first consultation. I am always happy to hear your thoughts and your comments. I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye.